Hello, this is going to be the test for the iMac 24 sound and also a quick lesson on what I learned on Twitter and what I learned about PhotoBoost. This video, which I'm doing right now, I already did before and I completely messed up the video file, deleted it accidentally while I was uploading it, so it's completely lost and I'm basically repeating myself to you right now. I always love to do that, and without further ado, why do I love social media and especially Twitter? So Twitter gave me a lot of funny moments within the last weeks. I've been using Twitter for a few years now, but using means like I had a login, that's all. For me right now, when I go back for some of the postings which I had on the last weeks, where I was really being touched or really touched other people, and at least someone was smiling, either it's me or the other people. And one of the moments we had in the past is, for example, Sean Cannell was asking today, which YouTuber you would like to have lunch with. And for me, there's a lot of people out there. I made a summary on it, who I want to be. It's like 10 people. Because unfortunately Sean Cannell is not number one, it's going to be Jonathan Morrison. But on the other hand, I also included some other people. Avian would say like he wanted to have Sarah Dici, and I was thinking, whoa, that would be great, because she had a conversation with Austin Evans before, because she has a new studio, a big one, and she was thinking like, hey Austin, that would be great for your Toyota stuff. And they were exchanging on it, so I took that picture and I took the idea and I sent it to Afian, and he was like, whoa, that would be too crazy, it would be too big. And he already thinks really big. He had a podcast with Jonathan Morrison, reached out to him, crazy thing last year in December or something. He was also in PDYA, so Afian, shout out here. But on the other hand, it led to more pictures, and I was taking a screenshot from the conversation between Sarah and Austin before. So that was already fun. And if I scroll back, there are every once in a while some small things inside. Either it's going to be postings from people I know in real life, or I know from Zoom calls or from classes or whatever. And we stayed in contact, and we stay more in contact because of Twitter. Not that the contact is Twitter itself, but I see something on Twitter and I reach out, give him a call. That also happens on YouTube with new videos coming out, but it happens more and more and more with Twitter. And I'm really happy to see that, because I had this kind of thing in the past with Facebook, but now I'm thinking, let's see what's happening on Twitter more for me in the future, because there's so many topics I also learned about or dive deeper on it, like cryptocurrency. Yes, I'm affected. Yes, I do have some cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin and some Bitcoin and some Ethereum or whatever. But on the other hand, it's interesting to see what other people think about it. And Cora Harrison makes great videos on it on SafeMoon and AMC and whatever. And I would personally say that is beneficial for my life. Also ideas on videos, ideas for YouTube, ideas for other projects. And even just the exchange with other people. Maybe just a like from someone who you wrote something to, or wrote something about someone, like being able to reply from my former boss, like David Novak, or a reply or a like from Niran Chaudhary, things which I really like to see. And I remember the first time it was Becky and Chris liking one of my comments, and I felt this kind of tingly feeling of, oh, they liked my video, or they liked my reply, or they liked my input. And even if the motivation to what I'm doing here is intrinsic, yes, I'm not unaffected by external feedback. And I think we all are in some ways still affected by it. There are some other beneficial parts in here, which is when you really helped someone, or you could help someone with just a small insight, with a small idea. And that already also was beneficial for me, where I reached out or I saw a solution for one of my problems because someone was commenting on it or applying on it. But at the end, without PTYA, without the part-time YouTuber Academy from Ali Abdal, I would not probably have gotten so deep in contact again with Twitter. There was a workshop from Luli Tennant, which I really enjoyed, on the usage of Twitter and benefits and other ideas. And other people were also commenting inside this workshop and giving their thoughts, their ideas. And at the end of it, it just came clear to me that yes, if I go for it and use it, I need to be precise and how much time I want to spend on it. Right now, probably I'm spending too much time, but I'm reducing it right now by making setups on my phone that only for certain times the usage is allowed, or I will block after a few minutes. I love the kids protection methods inside of the iPhone. Also use Spaces, which was, this is kind of Clubhouse scenario on Twitter, which sometimes is interesting, like it's a live podcast sort of, where the topic is a little more wide and you have a more spontaneous sitting together. It's not like a podcast which is planned in advance in a big scale. But for me, that is something where every once in a while, if I see something popping up in my stream, I just consider joining it, even just the same as for Clubhouse, if there's a connection to it. And I use it for promoting my videos. And the result here is pretty good, actually. I was thinking it would be less effective, but people tend to watch my content when they see it on Twitter, because not everyone is subscribed to the channel, or on the other hand is having the notification bell on. So I do post my videos on Twitter and then get the result out of that later. So that also helps my YouTube channel. And I think there's a lot of connections between the social media channels like Twitter, like LinkedIn, whatever you have. And so Twitter can be just an add-on what you do, connect to the people you already been connected on other channels, and it is no negative thing. And therefore, I see the social media and the impact on my life as just beneficial. And you now got the impression and the understanding of how the iMac, of the camera, and also the audio is sounding when you record something directly without an external mic. So the left mic here is right now not in use. I'm directly using the microphone of the iMac 24 and using directly the camera setup. On the calls before, it was pretty well. Alex was asking how is it on video recordings, or therefore also on Zoom recordings, Zoom calls, whatever. So now you have an impression on this, and I hope that I don't mess up this video file now. If you like this content and you like the way I'm talking, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and consider the playlist or the video on the other side. And watch out some other things of my content, which is all about traveling on the train, having fun going to work, and the daily tech which I'm using, which is quite a lot I have in my backpacks, etc. Thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure for me. It was not a pleasure to re-record this video, but it's a painful experience to make and to learn from it. Have a great one. See you next time.